There you go, come on. Work it down the road. There you go, come on. Go attack down that road. Make the right decision. Good, let's go. Ooh. There you go, there you go. Elbows off the body in front. It's a tough ball. I know you're just warming up. I should have given you like a real warm-up. This is your warm-up. There you go, there you go. Come on, now you're starting to sharpen it. Let's go. Awesome. Killer, just stay on it. I just want you to do a bunch because again, it's the place you have room for improvement. When you come up, just make sure that you're building as wide a base as possible and those elbows are off the body so it doesn't get too wristy back here in the contact. You agree with me though that this target needs to improve?
Yeah,
the thing is too is this, because your drop volley's so good, Jason's up to 4.5. It's crazy how quickly, in two years, he's up to 4.5 and not only up to 4.5, like almost winning 4-5 tournaments. But your goal is beyond that, right? You want to get into that open level. You start to hit drop volleys, dudes they're gonna start biting on it. As soon as if every volley you get is a soft drop angle, they go to your feet, they're gonna start coming forward on that. So you have to have this, because if you can only do that, guys, you're gonna be in big trouble when people recognize that. Let's go, elbows in front. There you go, come on. That's okay, come on. Sharp!
That was nice.
That was sharp. And I love, honestly, I just want to we'll do a handful more of these, okay, and then we'll move on. I love how you're working the ball. You're doing what I think you should do, which is you're building your volley based on a supinated cup. Some of these low ones might be ones, though, that you reduce that movement of the hand and you just give it more of a flatter press through. I often, when somebody really catches me down there with some pace, I'm often actually just redirecting the ball into that space. Now, I'm very hesitant to teach that to people because I want handcraft to be the root of your volley technique, right? This should be the root of your volley technique. But once you get to that place where you've creating handcraft properly on all the levels, you can start to reduce it, just like you can start to add flatness through serves. This might be a place to start trying to take a little bit of the handwork out and see whether you can just redirect it through a flatter volley. Try a couple, see whether you got a taste for it. Sick, bro. Keep getting there. Now what I'll say is that's a concept I'm gonna let you leave on the table and you're gonna work on it. Right now I want you to that target no matter what. Here we go, a couple more times.
No.
Elbows in front. Well, the split's awesome. The elbows are awesome. Let's go. Now, that's awesome. Okay, let's see it on the other side. That's it. Dead ball. Dead ball. Awesome ball. Great. Just keep pushing. I think one of the things that you found is that from your volleys, you really want to feel those pushes of the leg, and it's the first couple I think you missed the push, and now you're getting it. Sharp. Let's go. Hell yeah. Let's go. Come on. It's a tough ball. Okay, I'm gonna go to either side now. I wanna mix you up. Here we go, ready, let's go. That's the one, right? So some of these are great. Just that's the one sometimes, I don't know whether your elbows are on the body a little bit. Okay. Right, but it just gets a little cradly instead of being here, just a little bit cradly in that deeper contact pocket. Okay.
Yeah, it's the lower one.
It's the lower one, and it's often, I'm telling you, often for me, it's the lower one actually that I reduce the hand movement and I just go with a flatter press into that space. In fact, don't even think about the shoulder rolling at all. It's this hand push through, almost closer to like your absorption technique, but you're not bringing it off. Do you want to try a couple, or you?
I want to just.
I know, we got a lot of things to chug through. What I'll tell you is this, because I want to put a pen in it too. One, I want to do a couple back at me, because you also, like, you got to be able, on the, after you approach coming up, to be able to pin that person back in the corner sometimes too. It's not always into the open space. So do a couple where you come back at me. The big message is, I want to see an improvement in the depth of some of these volleys. Because we have to have both of them if we're going to really upend our opponents at the net. whether you handcraft them or flatten them, it's really person dependent. But that's a conversation that we've kind of unbottled a little bit. Is unbottle a word?
Uncorked?
I'm making up words, peak tennis. Let's go, hunt the top. Here we go, come back to it with my feet right now, let's go. Yeah, baby. More in front, I think it's just for those, you're just, either elbows are on, but it's just the contact pocket's too far back, and that's when it gets wristy, out in front. Think about, let's go to that forehand, and less about exactly how you're working the ball, but get more in front. Yeah.
That was better, yeah.
Much better, let's go. Jinxed you, here we go, come on. Yeah, baby, here we go. I can go to either side, last two. You bastard. Oh, cut the curse word. That was sick, I love that little hand. That's something else we can start working on, is just those little, but you already got them. Great, man, looks wonderful. Let's improve those targets. There's still, your volleys are so wonderful. Sometimes that forehand still has a little bit of like wrist goosiness back in a deeper pocket. Just keep bringing the elbows out and keep thinking about this is where it's happening, this is not where it's happening. And then maybe, that, you know, there's gonna be some times along the way where you blunt one like that and you go, oh, that's how it's done. And you take a little off. All right, let's go short forehands, all right?
Yep.
Hey, we could do this every day, and people should do this every day. Short forehand tops, cracking them down the road. But you specifically, when I watched your last tournament match, it was awesome. But you missed a lot of short tops. You just let them come back and you massaged them a little bit, which some of it's just, we got to convince ourselves under the pressure, go take a big swing. But let's do it. Here we go. You choose the road. A little bit early on that cross court one. The school next door drum band, I think they're gonna go off.
You can't hear it.
Okay, cool. It's just me. That's great. Let's go. Come on. Take the road. When you're taking the forehand cross road, just be a little bit more in front. Just they were a little bit behind, so they got a little muddier to the middle.
Okay.
So they can't hear what we can hear. Here we go. Ready. Let's go. Come on, come on. Just feel it now. Feel your road. Feel your road. Come on. There you go. Come on. Work that road. There you go. Come on. It's okay, take a breath, do it again. Take a breath, do it again. I think you look great. We gotta get better at these, but we gotta keep taking chances. Let's go. Let's just do one road at a time for a second, and then let's add in a combination. Here we go, ready. That's it, come on. That's it, come on. That's it, come on, come on. That's it, come on, you're on it, let's go. That's it, now you're killing it, let's go. Hell yeah. Sometimes you just gotta break, like, isolate a pattern for a second so you can work on one thing. That was wonderful. Now let's add in a second shot, and then you gotta come in, okay? So I give you the wide forehand, you gotta go deep cross court, and then I'm gonna give you the short ball and you come take that road. Nice. There you go. Do it again, take a breath. Let's do it again. I'm gonna give you the high one too, so you're gonna see you work your hand over it, right? Here we go, ready. Give you the higher one, get your hand over that. There you go. Get around it, go, 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 go. Good decision to shape that, let's go. Yeah, baby. How you feeling?
There are some that feel really terrible.
Which, on the short one or the wide ball?
More so on the short one.
Okay.
Really jammed up and I feel it all.
The ones more to the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here, like just anywhere short.
Yeah, well.
Short and high.
Short and high. I mean, that's also where, like, again, this is a place that sort of delineates the great players from the next level players, is their ability to take that one up in this space. And so one, I think you need some more reps. Let's keep doing it. I'm gonna give you the short high ball. Make sure you're getting around it enough that you can then tether your back foot and release your energy through that space. Okay. On the ones that you're really showing me great lines, you're around it and you can see that air pivot, I call it, where the back foot pivots in this direction and you float through it. And then the ones that maybe look a little murky to me, you're getting there and you're keeping pivoted and there's some body work that maybe needs to improve.
Yeah.
I don't have like this, oh, it's this. You look pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, so let's work on it.
Yeah, it's almost, there's something with contact point too, like we opened up that conversation before and.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Like a ball that's gonna be here, it's hard for me to, like, I sometimes, oh, that's too close, oh, that's too far, I'm reaching.
Sure.
It's hard for me to
measure
know where it is in space,
well,
yeah.
The higher it is, the more it naturally comes away from you, and that's where I go, one, I think just reps up in that space. I think you need more reps up in that space. Two, if I see something where I feel like then we'll have a conversation about it. I'd say reps in the space, and then the other one is like, I don't know, like have you committed to the extension technique that we talked about?
I feel like, yeah.
So if you have, then keep trying to extend through that space.
Okay.
And to me, the beauty of extensions is the consistency of the line, but let's see it.
Okay.
Should we just do the short or you want to add the first ball in?
Just do the short.
Like that one, watch, here, and then here.
Okay. What did I do?
Like that back foot stayed kind of like you're carrying all this energy and then you kept it pivoted and you fell off it. Get around it, boom, and then I want to see you, just like the rest of those, floating that back foot through that tether. There you go. There you go, come on. That's better, come on, come on. You just read the top wrong on that one. I'm moving it around, find your top, do it to the top. Good, good, good. Let's build some consistency maybe in that look, because everything looks pretty good. That to me is the move on the short ball. You're moving forward, you're carrying energy. There's not really a time to hold that pivot. So you've got to release that back foot, and that goes through that move where the back foot goes into an air pivot. And I think that's the play. Now, careful, on a couple of those, you started to create the pivot and then throw the hand. Let the swing pull you into that pivoted move. Nice, because that's a great one you didn't have. Look at, there's different ways to move the body. If you get up there in time, that is 100% fine. You get up there in time, even boom, that's fine. But if you're carrying energy, then this is the move. So it's a little bit of a murky of a conversation. To me, the biggest thing is this. When we get to this place with you, because you're crushing it, let's just reset on the target. Get some reps up in that space. Because I think when you reset on your target and start building reps in the place that you're weak, you start to find your way on it. Let's go a few more. Let's go, short tops down this road right now, let's go. That's it, feel it down the road, come on. Go attack down that road. That's it, come on. There you go, come on. Go attack down that road. There you go, come on, go get it. Now you're killing it. But you know what I'm saying, like this, here's what I'm saying. Because you're such a conceptual student, sometimes we get caught like in this conceptual like matrix where, yeah, we're ironing some things out, but mostly it looks pretty good, pal. Go like right there where you started to say, okay, let's let go and just start working that path right there, start looking really good. Let's do a batch more, okay, where you're just focusing on this road, then we're gonna focus on this road, and then we're gonna keep adding some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. Work it down the road. That's it, that's awesome. Let's go, work it down the road. That's okay, you took that was a drop. Should have added shape to it. Let's go, work it down the road. That's it, come on, work it down the road. Hell yeah, man, come on, you're on it now. Let's go, work it down the road. That's it. Those are good. I hope they feel better, but those are good, man. You need reps in this space. You need reps attacking into that space. But I like those. I like, again, for you, I like when you don't have like the thing that you can put your finger on, which is like the technical hook that you need. Get back into your work on your targets, because that technical hook either doesn't exist or it's coming along around the corner in a moment. Okay, let's take it down this road. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Well, you got excited. I like it. You bend that up a little bit. Here we go. Let's go. Come on, come on. Reestablish the target. That's it. Reestablish the target. Let's go. Come on. You're on it again. Let's go.
Oh, that's
top. You're just off on that top.
That
was
ball
a weird.
is different.
That was a weird ball. That wasn't one of mine. Here we go. Last three. Come on. Come get it. Come on. Top it, baby. I know you don't want to finish on that one. Let's go. One more. Come on. Get your body involved. Come on. Come on. Back to it. Let it go. Back to the line. Back to the road right now. I like it. All my students got a little bit of that in them. Let's go. Last one. Let's go. Come on. Last one. Clean it up down the road. Let's go. Get it past me. Sick. It's good, dude. This, like we said, talked before, that's the place you're gonna make some mistakes anyways. You gotta just go swing on those more. I like how it looks. Okay. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Go take more chances. The reason we just worked on it is that I watched a match where you weren't taking those chances. So it's also a place you should feel more uncomfortable in, because it's a place that you've been letting, you haven't fully committed to going up there and punching people in the face when you get your chances.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I do in practice, but in tournament, like when I miss so badly, it's not fun. It's I'm just gonna.
Well, I understand.
Gonna be two and two.
I got to tell you, how you played your tournament was awesome.
Yeah.
You really played close to your practice style. So you're doing a great job at tournaments. Really great job. We'll just keep working on accessing short tops and getting more comfortable in that space. I had a little thing. Let's just talk about what we want to do next. Do you have anything you want to add to that? You know what? Let's do with the rest of these balls, shapes and tops and drops. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Tops and drops. Ready. Find it. Good, ready. What about this ball? That's another top, go get it. Good. That's it, baby, come on. Make the right decision. Good, let's go. Awesome.
That was not a good idea.
That's great. It's good, dude. All right, let's pick it up. We'll keep going. And let's see where we're at.
Oh, God.
Let's go. Awesome. Here's my take on it. One, let's hit that spot, right? Because that's the piece when I was watching the match. Backhand's looking cool. A lot of backhands landing short. So I'm always, because you're the most analytical person I work with, I'm always hesitant to tell you a little bit of technical thing that I see, right? So one, let's work on that. The piece to me though is that like often you're not showing me a full body rotation, right? Often those hips, so there's my target right there, right? I want to go into there, right? So I'm either going to pivot in this place, or like a lot of people, I'm going to release my back foot into that place. You're often just, it's not quite, I'm not seeing the hip revolution that I like aesthetically, so I think there's room to continue your rotation. And the reason I think is because you're allowing that kick foot to come up a little bit early, and you're getting a little bit of this look right here. So I like to come over and work on it a tiny bit, and we're gonna talk about how to work on it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I see that and feel that, and it's annoyed me for a long time.
It's just, you're just releasing into the kick, kind of, it's a habit. You've started to allow yourself to kind of release into that kick a little bit early. The release into the kick is a real fundamental part of having a nice backhand. We've got to be able to do two things. We've got to be able to three things basically. We got to be able to either pivot the foot, release the air pivot, or throw kickback energy. You kind of like, in that releasing of the back foot, you kind of let it stop the rotation, the natural rotation in your body. So just a little bit of a little cavity in there that we're gonna fill. The dentist is here.
Dude, this is so good. I'm so excited for this.
Cool.
It's annoying.
So here's how I'd go about it. Okay?
It doesn't feel good either.
The impact's great. It's not like it's so broken. It's just there's a little something there. So what I like to do with people is this, when I see something like this, is just, I just want you to hit a ball and show me a pivot where we get the hips rotated the whole way. Okay. That's it. Just where we're just, okay, let's spend some time making sure the hips understand, because the hips have brains, how to just get the full way open. You just started muting your opening a little bit through that back kick. And just hold the finish and let me see it. Good, let's do it again. That's beautiful. Let's go. Awesome, that's it. That's why also, and I've told you this before, that's way better, way better. Yeah. And this is also, you can do one of two things in this position. That was way better. This is the medicine that your backhand needed, right? It just needed a little bit of hip work. You can do just what you did there, which I would say just do that if you feel good about that. And the other thing, this is also a time where you could work on your extended line and just like map out the hip work and map out the left hand extension. If you're feeling good on your backhand, it's unnecessary, but that's something that you could do right there, is kind of apply medicine to the body work and apply medicine to the left hand extension. That's sick, bro. Yeah, baby. Awesome. How's that feel?
Great.
Looks great. Let's go. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. And what we want to do in this scenario is this. There's basically two forms of like, so the body's coiling, right? It's making rotational coil. I mean, it's rotating towards the net. And there's also an amount of upness that we can control. On balls that we want to go like this, I do less upness. On balls that I want to lift up, I come up. So here, what I like to do is just maximize both dynamics right now. Come the full way up, come the full way open. Teach that body how this, like, what is the maximum uncoiling that you can create. That's awesome. You're on it. So much better. Let's go. Awesome. Let's go. 3 more, and then we'll talk about how to kick into that. That's so good. Let's go. Wow. Now those are popping better, and they're just looking better to my eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
They feel better too.
And they are. It's just you were just kind of like you're kind of combining a hip rotation with the back kick and just kind of like muting your opening. You see that with some people, like they get that look on their backhand, and it's just got it. And it's natural. I mean, if we see that pattern in a lot of people, it means the body can kind of find its way into that problem. Okay. Now, I want you to do a handful more of those, and then I want you to work on how do we actually like now we're gonna do a couple where we pivot through, and then we're gonna do a couple where we release the pivot through that air pivot, and so that you can then re-experience what that's actually supposed to feel like.
Yeah, cool.
Stay with it though. Let's go, come on. Awesome. Awesome, now let's release the back foot through that flow right here.
Oh, what is
you're
that?
right there, you're there, come on. Awesome, now, how the back foot wants to release. Now, by the way, you're probably, in the stuff that we saw at the beginning, releasing way too much, right? There's a percentage. Like, yeah, I get a lot of back and right here, boom. I'm not gonna release there. Now I get out here, and there's gonna be a lot of back foot releasing. So how much you balance those two different shots is yet to be seen. And I lost my thought, but what I'll tell you is this. How you're gonna do it is this. the back foot goes, imagine this, imagine there's like a string tied to that corner. So when you release that back foot, you want to feel like that foot, that hip's pulling you back there. So the basic idea is this, look, I'm going to get to it. Body opens, right? What the back foot pivoting does is it stops the uncoiling so that the arm can transfer through. If we don't have that, then we're sending energy around in a little bit of a circle. So that pivot's very important because it stops the body's uncoil and allows the hand to transfer. If we're going to release the back foot, then that has to create that same pivoting process, but in the air. Okay, so that back foot is pivoting, but in air. So it's got to kick up like it's, yeah, and feel like it's that's pulling in that direction, and then it can maintain that same, there it is, that same, now it's what I call an air pivot. You're pivoting, you're still stopping the uncoil with your back foot and your hip through the air. Did I get there? Let's do 3 more where you just pivot, feel the body opening. Awesome, do it again, come on, feel that ball, work the ball. Awesome. Awesome. Now let's release the back foot. Yep, but now it's got to kick up. Now it's got to kick up and back. There it is, there it is. Let it kick up and back. Good. Now go practice it without a ball so you can feel. Go practice it. Load down. Yeah, and then how long though can you keep it up? Like just challenge yourself right now. How long can you keep it dragging behind you like somebody's pulling? Yeah, yeah, and I want to see that back foot come up more though. I want to see that back foot come actually up. There. And like how long can you drag that? Like I'm holding on a rope here. Great. Great. So let's do 3 pivots and then 2 releases. Work the ball though, work it with the left hand, extend it. That's it. Let the extension of the left hand guide that hip opening. Good, now let's see you release into it. Awesome. Load down into it still. Load down and up into it still. There it is. Great. Let's go. Left hand still works through the extension. Let's go. That's a tough ball. Oh, you're there though. Work the ball now. Work the ball. Yes. Great. Let's keep doing the 2 different shots. How you feeling on this?
Amazing. It feels...
So that to me, that should be the process. Work some basic pivots where we're teaching the hips how to work, and then work some air pivots where we're teaching the body how to release through that same pivoting work. And then over time, you can mute these things how you like. Let's go get it. That's it, let's go. Go do it again. Left hand extends. Awesome, come on. Do 1 more. Awesome, now let's release into these. I'm gonna push you out wider, and we're gonna release. Awesome. Now just load into it, and the back foot's gotta kick up. Let's go, load up, down, and up. There you go. Maybe just 1 more set of each things.
Yep.
Killer. Well, you got to go get there. You got to go get there. Let's go. 2 more. Ready. Go get there. Yeah, that's a tough ball. Let's go. Go get there and lift and release. Good. Great. And maybe on the last one, so just in a final aside on this, watch it. Watch your hips, because I've noticed it for a few weeks. I noticed that you're going into a tournament. I don't want to talk to you about hips on your backhand when you're going in, but I've just noticed that it's just like, you can just see it's not, you just see the hip line, right? The hip line is not getting rotated. And if you're in back kick energy, that's fine, but that should be a small dose of supplementary work. It shouldn't be our main work. So watch your hips. You just be aware of that, right? Just make sure that you're feeling like you're rotating into your backhand as much as possible. And when you release, you want that release to be a result of the uncoiling and not something you're doing, right? To me, that started to come about as you get set up, right? And then you're releasing and swinging at the same time versus the swing pulling the release. Do you understand? It should be a result. Your body's going, hey, your body's going, I need to pivot through this, but I also need to release. There it is. So I'm going to release and pivot through that air pivot. Feel good?
Does that look okay?
That looks great.
Okay. I'll keep practicing.
And that's something you can practice. Like, it's the same thing we were talking about on the short forehand. It's just like, just watch, I'm just up. You see how long I hold that? I like to just like play with like, how long can you hold this position and maintain balance? Yes, there.
No, I did it early on that one, right?
Well, the reason you did that one early, it wasn't wrong. You just never loaded down, so you didn't trigger. You kind of went here, so it wasn't really wrong. You just never triggered into it. That was better.
Okay.
It's just your basic backhand has just kind of gotten like this. Doing a little dance there. All right, boom. Is that good?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay.
That's the medicine right there.
That was the medicine you needed on your backhand. Do we want to talk returns a little bit? Or you want to get into serve spots? Let's get into serve spots. Let's go 15 minutes on serve spots. All right, let's have a quick pickup so we have all our balls and let's go. Cool.
Okay.
Do it. My only comment would be on this is this. We have to be able to get to these 4 spots.
Yep.
And we have to get to in the same tossing location, right? So like, if you, again, this is where I was telling you about the forehand. Like, you're at a point where I love to be a guide for you, but I'm not in there operating with you. Some of this is self-discovery.
Okay, cool.
I love to help people, but at the same point, I'm not, if you find stuff, I go, oh yeah, let's go with that. If changing your toss location in front is allowing you to access these targets better, do it.
Cool.
But the caveat being, I need the same toss for all the targets.
I think I can do that, yeah.
If you can do that, then I'm hyped on it.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go green.
Yeah, go green.
Oh. Like that's where
I can already see you online, right? It's just too, what were you gonna say?
That last one is like where I've been actually finding it.
Yeah, I think so. You can already see, you are just, I mean, you dumped it just because you've hit one serve.
Yeah, right.
But if that's where you're finding it, go for it. Let's see it. Awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like,
we have to have this target, and I'm gonna tell you this. We have to have this target.
Yeah.
The more I play and the more I watch the pros, the more I know you gotta be this collection of opposites, I like to call it. You need to be able to do this and then the opposite thing. We need to be able to create that angle with slice, and then we need to be able to hit that tee, and then that is going to mess our opponents up. And if you can't do both of those, then you're not a good server. Yeah, you're so on it though. I see it though. Like your ability to go into that space is like improved dramatically. I'm just gonna bring the targets off the line a little bit. Yeah! Yeah, baby. Awesome. Because this was like, this was the one you were not finding.
That was beguiling.
This was the one you're not finding. It's the one we need, man. Oh my God, it's a rocket to that space. Let's go. Love it. Now that one, it drifted that way, right?
Yeah.
So, you know it. I know it, you know it.
Like the toss drifted that way.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's one thing to get it in front, but it's another thing for it to enter the kick zone.
Yep.
And so it can't, if you got to get, and it's not true for you because you're showing me, but if you got to get to that spot in a kick space and that spot in a, so it just drifted over there. Wow, you're really out in front. I love it. Well, and that's fine, dude. But here's the only danger of being that far in front is get ready for the bounce back recovery, right? It's just like that's if you're gonna explode that far, just be ready to bounce and adjust to what they're about to do. And I don't think there's any problem there. But when you have to now get some reps in matches to know if there is a problem.
Oh, that was.
I talked to you, sir.
Yeah. That was Michael's fault.
That's my fault. Sorry, guys. Sorry, peak tennis fans. Boom. Looked a little low on that one, but
yeah. That was maybe.
You're on it. Maybe maybe a little up, no, you know. You're finding it though. I think you're recognizing that you got to fine tune this toss exactly so you can get that. That's really a little bit in front. A little bit much on that one.
Yeah.
But you're finding it. Let's go. I love even on the ones that are too far in front and maybe a little too low. You're getting there, and that's the first time I've seen you getting there. I was just gonna say, I thought that toss was perfect.
Yeah,
you didn't get on the ball well, but it was good.
Oh, that was. I was like late, but it was a good toss.
That was great.
Yeah,
that was great. Here, take a couple. Wow. Wow. Dude, love it. What an improvement, man.
Yeah, so
what an improvement.
Yeah.
And that's why I go to you too, is like the serve's looking so good. Technically it's looking so sound. Always there's room to polish up, whether the polish comes from our minds or whether the polish comes from time. That to me is sometimes the challenge with you. It's just like, but when we don't have an obvious polish, just work hard on your targets and get better at these spots. It's all about these spots, and that spot dramatically improved. It's awesome. Let's go to the red now, because we don't have any more green. Boink. Dang. Crushing people. Awesome. And the one thing I'll say to you is this. When I watched your match, right, we're talking about the same tournament match.
Yep.
I don't think you were hitting these. I mean, you were hitting cross and you were hitting T, but you were hitting here and you were hitting here.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was any technical issue. I think it's a willingness in those matches. Let's start going in our matches for more. Let's go for the corners. Let's go for them, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's how you're going to start racking
Well,
up
I
3
found
points.
this thing with the toss after that too. So.
But I also, though, I'd seen you access targets better. I think part of it is just a commitment to hit big spots on first serves under pressure.
Okay.
Because when I watched that match, I feel like I only saw 1 free point on your serve.
Yeah.
And you honestly are ready to get 2 free points per game. And I saw like 1 in the whole set. But you served well. But I just didn't see, everything's coming back because it's just a little too central on the targets. Boom! Boom!
Let's go.
Dude, hey, love it so much, because also on your quest to become an open level player, the serve is going to be at the heart of your rise, because you just are massive and the thing's getting massive and you want to come up and just get free points. So keep putting a ton of work into this thing and become just like a beast. You're on your way. Let's go to the orange. Or you want to try to finish the red, or let's go to the orange. Man. It's coming. Those strings.
Like that one was lower.
It was a little lower.
But
I mean, that's also, I'm going to tell you, like I've thought about this, that's the challenge of a peak of toss hitter.
Yeah.
Right? Again, I'm watching that specifically, and what you'll see is that all the peak of toss hitters are step forward guys. Now, not every step forward guy is a peak of toss hitter, right? It's still probably 30 to 40% of the guys who step forward are really truly hitting at the peak. Most guys are still taking it on a descension, right? But all the peak hitters are step forward guys. The drawback to the peak, now you get something out of it. I know you like it. You just like how it sits there and you like the rhythm of it. And I think that's what you find with a lot of step forward guys. The energy's this way. So they don't want to be waiting on that ball coming down. The platform guys, it's more of an energy. It's a different source of energy. So you're stepping up, boom, and it's right there for you and it's sitting there. The problem with the peak toss is that if I'm a platform and it drops into me, right? Toss get a little high, it's okay, just keep coiling into that spot. I know what I want. I want this extended place. And an errant toss, I can make up for it by either triggering early or waiting a little bit deeper into the load. With you, there's no room for error. Wherever that toss peaks, you gotta hit it. Yeah. And so that if that toss peaks low, you either gotta stop it or you gotta go get it low. And I was telling you about that, watching that Challenger, where I watched the guy who's a peak tosser stepper guy. And he's doing great, and then the second set, he gets a little tight, starts dropping that toss low, and it starts just missing deep, and so that's what you have to watch, because there's no room, I mean, there's room for error, but if the toss is low, that's what you get. Boom. Pick 2.
And you want me to kind of keep almost a little bit of slice on this ball usually, or?
This ball, yes.
Yeah.
This ball, eventually you want this ball to curve back.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, different people get varied amounts of that,
I've hit
right?
it sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see Djokovic's with a heavy curve, but I see JJ Wolf with like an absurd curve, and I also see Opelka with like nasty curve.
Yes.
I mean, if you had an ideal, it would go like this. It would have a heavy curve. How much you make that happen? But I would definitely access this with spin, with the hope that one day you're turning it. To me, the flat targets are maybe the yellow or the red.
Yeah.
I'd say like Sinner's going flat into yellow and red, but Djokovic is putting spin on yellow and red. So that's a little bit self-discovery, but this one for sure I'd put some spin on.
Okay. Oh, that was nice.
That one got away from you. You got it, come on.
I hit my knee with the racket.
Got it. Last one, and then we go for the yellow. One more?
I go with yellow.
Okay. Yeah, so this is the one where I think you can do either thing. You can spin it, you can flatten it, I'll do different in match. You need a little bit extra, you can flatten it. You feel good about controlling it, you can spin it. Low on the toss, but you almost found it.
Yeah.
So I would, again, put a pin in that, like, that's gonna be the drawback sometimes of that hitting the peak at the toss, is that, I mean, the toss at the peak, is that sometimes if that toss is low, you either gotta stop the serve. I don't see it. Or you have to just deal with a low toss and manage it with the hand. When you have a bad toss, manage it with the hand and the mind.
Yeah.
Now that was a perfect toss.
That was perfect.
When you go back and you look at your thing,
know, yeah.
when that ball was in the air, I go,
oh,
them cones explode in here. Oh!
Who's counting on that one?
And something you could add in if you ever want it, like this is perfect work. I would just do tons of this, right? Because you just, again, you should become, the serve is more important to you than a lot of players. You could always practice, like, because the toss is so far in front, hit that location and then practice your bounce back, right?
Okay.
Practice your recovery back. I don't know.
Yeah,
Start
yeah,
working, just after you do a few, the last few, how quickly can you trigger back? Because if anything, you tumble that hard, the harder you tumble, the more you gotta be ready to recover.
Okay.
Get that yellow though. I want it down. Oh. Should do like 2 more? See if you can get
one more.
One more. And awesome, but maybe mildly low on that, but awesome. I like the location.
Yeah.
And what I also liked is you found it for yourself. The self-discovery is huge for you. But I like that all the tosses look the same, is what I want for those different targets. I don't want to know what you're doing. Rocked it today.
Sweet.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. We love you so much. I love you so much. If you like this video, please do the things, hit the subscribe, comment, say something nice, and like. Do it again. Hunt the top, baby.